Hi everyone, this is Kat Albrecht, Air Director for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Delaware Chapter. Thank you so much for joining us for the Delaware Out of the Darkness experience. I know things look different this year, but you can still walk to fight suicide in your community and help us raise awareness for mental health and suicide prevention. Please know that hundreds of other people are walking today across the country to help stop suicide. By participating in the Out of the Darkness experience, you're raising critical funds for suicide prevention research. These funds also allow us to continue educating our community about warning signs, risk factors, and how to reach out to somebody in crisis. We continue to talk to local and national legislators and to provide support for our lost survivors. This year, we all face new challenges. And so I encourage you to please make your mental health a priority. If you need extra help, go on our website or call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255 or text the crisis text at 741-741. Before we continue with our program, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support. And I also want to remind you that you are not alone and that we are together to fight suicide.
Hi everyone, Christine Moutier, Chief Medical Officer at the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It's really my pleasure to take this opportunity to thank you for being involved and participating in the Out of the Darkness experience. Even though we can't be together in person, we can come together to raise awareness about suicide and suicide prevention and to support each other and the mission at AFSP. Thank you to our hardworking volunteers and staff for supporting the Out of the Darkness experience. Without their tireless efforts, we could not continue the life-saving work in suicide prevention that we do at AFSP. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about what has been going on at AFSP related to our work and the mission. This past year, we have funded 38 new suicide prevention research studies, and that brings our total current investment to $20 million, funding 100 ongoing current research studies in suicide prevention, making us the largest private funder of suicide prevention research. Through our 30,000 plus voluntary field advocates, we are leading the way in mental health and suicide prevention advocacy at the federal and state level, with over 50 state laws and 13 major federal policies being enacted into legislation just in the last several years alone. And most recently, AFSP has played a role in leading the establishment of the 988 three-digit number for people in crisis. We are truly a grassroots meets science organization with a long-standing dedication to those who have lost loved ones to suicide, and now people with lived experience as well. But on the Saturday before Thanksgiving each year, many of you know that AFSP supports hundreds of large and small international Survivors of Suicide Loss Day events. And in 2019, there were 417 of those events in 26 countries around the world. And this November, we hope to see the same, even through virtual means of coming together. We are also working at AFSP in collaboration with the media and entertainment industry to shine a light on hopefulness in mental health and ways that we can support people who are struggling long before a suicidal crisis is reached. So by working with these content creators, we can make sure that stories that are being developed now for media and entertainment are drawing on the best research in terms of the difference that family members, mental health professionals, teachers, counselors, that we can all make, and that hope and resilience are in fact possible, and not only possible, but that we can make a difference in that way for suicide prevention. So none of that would be possible without your support. And we thank you again for joining in the Out of the Darkness experience, joining with us to prevent suicide. With all of us working together, we can and we will prevent suicide.
Hi everybody, I'm the Reverend Charles Cowan, and I'm wearing blue because I support the cause. I'm walking for members of my family and members of my church who have struggled with suicide, both their own struggles and loss of others. I'm planning to honor them this year by sharing mental health resources and by making a personal donation to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
In my time of fear, I kneel and pray for a miracle to appear in the morning. Seeking my faith, I know my hope is frail, but I do believe in my tomorrow. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love, I have overcome. I live to love. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love myself, my endless love. But I believe it will all come through in the morning. The pain I have inside, I will no longer hide. And I'll let God be my guiding light all the way. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love, I have overcome. I live to love. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love myself, my endless love. As I face the pain with all my grace, asking for peace from my soul within, with all my hopes in place to start a brand new day. Today, I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love, I have overcome. I love myself. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. And I live to love, I have overcome. I live to love. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love myself, my endless love. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love, I have overcome. I live to love. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love myself, my endless love. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love. I have overcome. I live to love. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love, I have overcome. Oh, I live to love. I live to love, my yesterdays are all gone. I live to love myself, my